Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. So let's talk about what's happening this week. Plenty of cool patch. They also got a trailer which we're going to check out shortly. But I'll just quickly glance through what's happening in this week's update, because I also want to make a separate dedicated video talking about each specific stuff that we're going to have later on. So first things first, we're going to have a completely new event, a School Crisis new season pass, as you guys can see. Also new basic pass. Always buy the pass using diamonds. It's worth it. Alright, so if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, it's this thing right here. I've already completed mine, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So if you buy the premium section, you get quite a number of these draw tickets, more than you paid for actually, because if you do 10 pulls, right, it's going to be 2000 gems, but you can buy this for only 1k gem, which is a very good value. So obviously they're going to refresh that. All right, you're going to have a new pass. You have to be active if you want to be able to buy everything and not waste it, right? But in all honesty, it's definitely worth it. So let's talk about what's happening this week in the patch. So we're having a new event, School Crisis, as you guys can see. This is going to feature Glacier, I believe, and Therese, Schoolgirl Therese. We're going to have a new event altogether, a new Fin Hunter as well, Cherry Blossom Evil Spirit. Very cool. As you can see, the event shop, you can buy all of these draw tickets, Tear of Goddess, Giant Fin UR gear, Giant Fin SR gear. So I wonder what this is. Is this going to be the weapon or armor like currently we have, right? Definitely buy the Tear of Goddess, buy the tickets. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, buy these 5 things. And of course, if you care about the furniture room, buy that as well. As you can see, they're updating more furniture. So you can decorate your room. Oh my god, look at that! That is so cool. Alright, you can basically decorate it to look like a school club kind of scene. Very cool. Participation bonus. Okay. For those of you who are not aware, usually the featured red out character will have this thing called the participation bonus. For example, right now in this particular current event that's going away soon, you notice in the challenge, if I go here, right, you will basically see Grand Hilde has the participation award. You can click on this event costume and you can see Grand Hilde will give you a 30%. So they're trying to make it a thing that the featured character basically give you bonuses in this event currency. But in all honesty, it's not really that big of a deal. I'll be honest with you guys, because it's like even right now, if you can see my event shop, just by sweeping, you will be able to buy all the relevant important stuff. And of course, if you want to, you can even spend an extra. But you can see I can buy all of these, right? I should be able to buy empty out the refining crystal and the ancient crystal as well, which is going to be the important ones, right? For me, I don't really need to buy the rank up stars, because I already have a lot of characters 4 stars. I don't really need to buy any of these other things, because those I can get easily. But definitely these are the ones that I usually buy, just to show you guys what items do I usually get when when I try to play the event. Now alongside with that, we also have, what is this? A new talent skill called Overpower. So this one, they did mention this previously. You will be able to basically dash and kill the field monster. I think this is going to make Therese much more usable. Definitely a big use for her. That means she can basically dash and kill the monsters on the field just by using this particular skill. Very good skill. Seems like it's going to consume some ability peel for sure. But yeah, definitely consider that. They're also changing the look of some of these field characters as well. This is how it's going to look like. The new interface. Oh, PvP. They're going to revamp the PvP, make it a little bit different. So they're adding 2 new tiers, Ruby and Sapphire. So if you guys are not aware, so you can see right here. Alright, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum. So right now we straight away from Platinum go to Diamond, but they're adding something in between called Ruby. And then from Diamond to Master, there's one more in between called Sapphire. So more rankings altogether. And they're also revamping the system altogether by making it so that when you win or when you lose, depending on the difference of you and your opponent, the difference is going to be way bigger. So make sure you guys are aware of that. So it's going to be much more competitive now in PvP, and it's going to be much more fair, I would say, right? So of course they're also going to get the alternate stuff for these particular ones. Very cool. You can basically choose if you want to pause on one single costume or not. And they add home BGM. I'm not sure how big of a deal that is, but yeah, home BGM is always a good thing. So Fin Hunter as well, they'll be adding a guaranteed critical hit, as you can see. If you stack 3 or more chains on the Giant Fin's weak spot, the Giant Fin will give a guaranteed critical hit status. Very, very good. Alright, so that therefore is way easier to do stuff. Okay, so there's this new ticket I want you guys to be very aware, called a property selection guaranteed ticket. Now this ticket is going to guarantee you a 5-star costume of specific property will be added. I'm guessing, what do they mean by property? That means water, fire, wind, light. So if you use this 5-star ticket, you're gonna get randomly within that property. So let's say current one is fire or next one is water, right? You're gonna get randomly a water character. I'm guessing that's going to be what it's going to do, right? You will receive 1 5-star costume per property selection draw. 1 draw equals to 1 5-star costume guaranteed. 10 draws equals to 10 5-star costume guaranteed. Now how do you get this? Apparently, you can purchase this as a golden thread shop. And this will be sold for 1,200 golden threads per draw ticket. I'm definitely going to make a separate video once this comes out, so stay tuned for that. Also, potential liberation. I wanted to make a video for this, but I've been waiting for them to add more characters. So now they'll be adding Ro, Therese, Celia, Diana, Glacia, Grand Hilde, Same, and Emma. Okay, more characters will be added, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. So let's talk about this particular one, Medical Club Therese. What is she all about? But first, we gotta watch this particular video. Alright, let's have a look then. Okay. Damn. How did she fall down a bit? Okay, so she is a supporter, you can see right there. And I can see a little bit of downside about using her. So you can sort of tell that, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's this green area surrounding her, right? And I think that's the tile range of her support tile range, which might be a somewhat of a problem depending on the positioning of things. Overall, as long as you are inside that tile, you get the buffs, but if not, you're not getting the buffs, right? So there's that. So Medical Club Therese. So pretty interesting. Okay. Glacia. Oh wait, she's a damage dealer now? That's pretty interesting. Because her original one is going to be a tank, right? She's like a defender. Wait, let me have a look again. She basically hit in the front tile. Is it this one? And she hits in the like same tile as Wiggle, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I feel like Glacia might be the better pull between these two. Because it depends on how many water damage dealers you guys have, I guess, if you guys are pulling for this. None of these are limited. So new event. Alright, as you can see. School Crisis. We have the usual event format, right? And then Cherry Blossom Evil Spirit. That's a cool boss for sure. That's a very, very cool boss. Alright. Okay. So that's what's happening for the new event in Brown Dust 2 School Crisis. So let's jump back into the game. So here's the thing, right? We're gonna talk about the patch notes and talk about, you know, the first character for the time being, Glacia. I mean, Therese. Glacia is coming later. So she's gonna be available from March 13th to March 27th, alright? And you can see this is a tile range, skip tile, okay? So, she's a 4 SP. Depending on the attack property of the buffed ally, it increased attack or magic attack increased by 50% for 4 turns. Okay, so if your character is a magic attack scaling, then it's going to increase your magic attack by 50%. Let's say you are Celia, Eclipse, but if your character is like, let's say, Alec or Justia, then it's going to increase your attack, or even Anastasia, those, right? So additionally restores HP of allies for 4 turns. The amount of recovery is based on 25% of the current HP each turn. Now, so all she does at +0 is she gives you buffs, 50% attack buff or magic attack depending on your type, and also restore HP. Restoring HP seems really niche because especially if you have really squishy allies and if you have really squishy characters in your roster. healing is not going to matter much because most of the time it's either you one-shot the enemy or the enemy one-shots you, unless we're talking about bosses. But in bosses cases, I wonder how useful can the healing be, right? Because at the end of the day, 25% of current HP seems really, really good. And if you want to build her in that direction, you have to like build HP and make sure that it scales accordingly, right? But at +1, she becomes 3 SP, and this is going to be 50% and still the same. +2, it becomes 70% increased attack. So at +2, now she gets considerably stronger. I'm not sure if I like it as much because Arenis can already do almost the same thing. But the advantage of using Therese over someone like Arenis, for example, or even Helena, is she's universal. You can use her in both magic and physical team. She's gonna buff both. Whereas if you use someone like Arenis, Arenis only works on, Arenis only increase attack and crit rate. Alright, she doesn't increase magic attack. So attack, I don't know, crit rate could be more useful in most situations. However, if you're talking about pulling for Finn bosses, they basically say that there's a new mechanic, right? So you can basically now guaranteed crit if you like stack up to 3 chain. So maybe you don't need crit rate anymore because of that. So they're trying to like balance this accordingly. Is it 100%? Let me just double check again, right? Because earlier we read that if you stack 3 or more chains on the Giant Finn's weak spot, the Giant Finn will be given a guaranteed critical hit status. So it does feel like if you are pulling specifically for Finn Hunter, Therese is going to be good, right? You don't need crit rate as much. But of course, every other content, right? Evil Castle, story, those things, you might still need a character that can provide crit rate because those are not guaranteed. But only for the Finn boss, maybe Therese is, configured in a way that she's going to have the advantage right here, right? So 50%, you're able to mix in your physical, magical team. I do like this actually. She's similar to Samai in a way. And you can probably even, actually now that I think of it, Samai might actually even be meta, right? Because Samai also has that buff. Where is Samai? Samai, the schoolgirl version, is literally the same concept. She has this particular, oh my god, I can't find her. She has this particular buff that gives the same, where is she? I have no idea that I have her in my party. So she has this thing as well, where she increased attack by 50% and increased magic attack by 50%. And then she heals based off 25% of magic. Wait. So Schoolgirl Therese is literally Schoolgirl Samai. They are kind of similar. What the heck? So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or that's a bad thing. So if you look at this, 50% increase in attack or magic attack. And Samai can also do the same. Samai can also... it's also 50%. But Samai is already max. I already have max Samai. And Samai is 1 SP. Right? And also she can also heal. Which Schoolgirl Therese can also do. But Schoolgirl Therese, if you max her, obviously, she goes up to 110%, which is way more, right? 110%. So, I guess they are both really similar, and maybe you can stack both of it. But I don't like that they don't really give anything outside of attack percent. I would have liked something like crit damage percent buff. It would be nice to have those as well, right? Maybe in the future we'll have those. But for now, I don't really see the value in Therese as a whole. If you are a new player, Arenis and Samai or even Helena is going to be much more better in like a general usage kind of scenario, right? Because they give crit rate as well. I think that's also going to be important. Having crit rate actually makes it so that you can crit in other contents outside of Finn bosses. There's that. So yeah, if you guys are pulling maybe just 1 copy, I wouldn't like go all the way. Although the +1 is pretty good. You can pull for 1 copy and then you can use the Powder of Hope to get the additional one later on as well. So that's something to be considered. HP standard that affects the amount recovery is Therese. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I might probably just wait for Glacia because I feel like most likely Glacia is going to be the better one, and she does have an exclusive gear as well, which gives attack 45%, which probably doesn't matter that much, right? Let's see. So Glacia will appear later on at March 20th, so next week. So I'll be waiting for that for sure. As you can see, we'll also get the Void Grand Hilde, Rodev's Star Leatrice, Medical Club Therese, and yeah, all of this will be added to the Powder of Hope. Later on, this is going to be added at 13th. Alright, very cool. Plenty of characters. And then we're going to have Maid Rubia, Void Grand Hilde, Alice Glacier, and Steel Engine Rafina. Oh yeah, I forgot, Rafina is also a water type character. So all of these water type characters will be meta. Alright, they will shine in the season. I think it's a season of water right now. But overall, plenty of cool things happening in Brown Dust 2 as always. I want you guys to, you know, be patient with me and stay tuned for, I'll make the guides for the property draw thing once that comes out. And just a friendly reminder, if you guys watch this early, right, I just want to remind you guys that right now, the Powder of Hope shop, where is it? It's somewhere right here. Let me go to the shop. It's always so hard to find this. So you can see, Diana is here and also Maid Leatrice is here. Both are really good. I highly recommend if you guys can get, you know, these characters, definitely at least get one copy. Alright, so I'm gonna get one copy of Diana and I'll think of Maid Leatrice. Do I really want her? Because +2 to +3, I think you only get the increased damage of the other one. Because Rodev's Star is coming as well. I personally do prefer that. But I do like this particular costume as well. And also the Neon Stalker Leatrice is pretty good for PvP. So that's the one that I should be considering as well. Alright, so let's end with some free pulls. Do I get something on the last day? Nothing here. I already got the weapon, so I don't really need this one. Oh, we got UR Carlson. Okay. So do I get anything here? Nothing. Alright, GG. Alright, so with that being said, I'll see you guys in the pulls. I might do the pulls for the stream for the pulls tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Have a nice day. Goodbye.